Welcome everyone, Costin here on Serious Gaming with another Gwent Witcher card game video. Gonna be looking at the Northern Realms deck. Arguably one of the most popular decks, because it was the most popular in The Witcher 3, just purely because of how it worked. So let's start with the leaders. You got Foltest, Radovid, and Henselt. Foltest spawns an exact copy of a friendly bronze unit. This is incredibly useful because there's a lot of good bronze units that you have, so this does work. This does help. Radovid removes 10 strength from any unit. Useful in itself. Pretty useful itself. Henselt, though you can get more strength from Foltest's ability than you can remove with Radovid. Depends on the units you play, of course. Henselt convert all units on one row to gold, so they basically become unkillable. Alright. With that in mind, let's take a look at the bronze card. So, you get Promote. Choose a non-gold unit on your side of the battlefield, convert all copies of it on your side of the battlefield to gold. Now, this isn't very useful, and obviously you can use Henselt for that if you so desire. I don't think that this is generally worth using. I mean, yes, there are benefits obviously to converting cards to gold, but is it really worth taking up slot? You want to have as few cards as possible, and this just doesn't seem justifiable, at least to my mind. Maybe it fits specific playstyles, you know, where you can get a lot of units, and there are certain playstyles where that works, but I'm not impressed. Cadwani Siege Expert adds 3 strength to 2 friendly non-gold units. Now this is useful because you basically get 6 strength. 8 strength in total by playing this card. You get 2 strength from the card itself, and you get 6 strength from the buff it puts out. So this is useful. Trebuchet remove 2 strength from 2 opposing non-gold units. Now that basically means that this card is a 7 strength card because it basically removes 4 strength. And it's a 3 strength card itself. Now, Reinforced Siege Tower. Adds 2 strength to this unit whenever a new gold card appears on your side. Now, the innate for Northern Realms, and the reason they actually have Promote, by the way, is their innate. Whenever a golden card is on the field, it gains 2 strength. That's how it works. That's how Geralt gets 2 strength. That's how various cards get strength. A card being gold in itself, becoming gold, doesn't add strength. It's just the innate that adds strength. So one playstyle that I imagine is very viable is to play for the gold, in which case I imagine Promote might be useful, though I'm not sure if it would be worth justifying that. I mean, if you're going to go for that playstyle, I think it would make more sense to go with Henselt. But that's just me. So Reinforced Siege Tower fits that playstyle. Then you have the Poor Infantry. This can work, like they're 3 strength cards, but they spawn an exact copy, so it's like 6 strength card, really, because you get more. Reaver Scout, choose a friendly bronze unit and play a copy of it from your deck. So if you have a copy of it in your deck, then you'll get it to be played, which can be useful, as it can be, say, a medic, which resurrects a random non-gold unit. Can be useful. Reinforced Ballista. Whenever a new gold card appears on your side, remove 1 strength from a random opposing non-gold unit. I don't think this is particularly useful, to be honest with you. I don't see how this card, especially since there is another Ballista with which you start, that is 5 strength and already removes from enemy unit strength. Now, do I believe that's a... No. Like this Ballista removes 2 strength from an opposing non-gold unit. Anyway, so maybe a pass on the Reinforced Ballista. Just what I think about that. Then we have the Reaver Hunter. Add 1 strength from all your other copies of this unit, wherever they are. After 2 turns, play a copy of this unit from your deck. Now that's kind of okay. So more Reaver Hunters. Reaver Hunter. Blue Stripe Scout, add 4 strength to 1 friendly non-gold unit. Pretty good card, and obviously it works well if you resurrect it. It works well with if you can get it to the Reaver Scout, since it is a bronze card. So that you know, that does work. So the done are banner heavy cavalry, heavy cav. After 2 turns convert to gold, so basically it becomes a 6 strength. Now once it's gold, you can't buff it up, but you can buff it up using, say, Horn, Commander's Horn, or Blue Stripes Scout, or both of them really, but you only get 1 turn really to actually buff it up, so make the most of it. It's worth it to buff it up using the Blue Stripes Scout rather than anything else. Anyway. Reinforced Trebuchet. Add 1 strength to all your other copies of this unit, wherever they are. Every 2 turns, remove 2 strength from a random unit on your opponent's side of the battlefield. I'm not sure if this works with the regular Trebuchet. If it does, that makes the regular Trebuchet useful. Then we have the Redanian Elite, where whenever 3 or more copies of this unit are present in a row, add 2 strength to them and convert them to gold, so it fits that gold playstyle. Okay. So it seems that you know, the Northern Realms, as in Witcher 3, has very strong siege. In fact, I think they have the best siege in the game. But they've replaced the spy gameplay, whereas in Witcher 3, what made Northern Realms so powerful is beyond the powerful siege, they had the best spies in the game. So they've replaced that, it seems, with the gold play, with gold units, because you get a benefit with gold. You also get a lot of cards that get converted to gold, so that's useful. Ballista, remove 2 strength from an opposing non-gold unit. That's useful. You can use it combined with Reaver Scouts. Blue Stripes Commando, add 2 strength to all your other copies of this unit, wherever they are. Okay. Another Blue Stripes Commando, another Blue Stripes Commando. Kedweni Sergeant, choose a gold unit on either side of the battlefield and convert it to silver. I imagine that might be useful if you want to buff up that card, if you want to give it some buffs. Though I can't imagine why you'd want to convert. Well, you could, and then buff it. Like, you can get the card converted to gold, get the extra strength, then convert it to silver, buff it up. That's useful, I guess. You know, just because there are situations where you might want to take that, might want to take that approach. Dun Banner Light Cavalry, just 7 strength card. Redanian Knight, 8 strength card. Like, I don't really see a point in Dun Banner Light Cavalry, if I'm to be quite frank. But I do obviously see a value in the Redanian Knight, like an 8 strength card. Okay, moving on to Silver. We have Reinforcement. Choose a bronze unit on your side of the battlefield and play all copies of it from your deck. So if you have a lot of bronze units of that type, then you'll get a lot of them on the battlefield. I imagine it would work exceptionally well with ballistas or with Blue Stripe Scouts or whatever, right? Or maybe trebuchets, reinforced trebuchets. Dandelion, spawn a Commander's Horn card, so you can put it wherever you want. Nice. Priscilla, play 2 random non-gold units from your deck. Nice. Nice. Though, bit too RNG for my taste, personally. When removed, the Sabrina Glevisic. When removed, remove 4 strength from all non-gold units on its side. Death Rattle. What does it mean on its side exactly? What can you, like, does it mean that row or does it mean the row it's on? Because that means it's a really weak. Like, why would you use it? I don't see it. It's like if it's your own side. Anyway. Neneke, yeah, she was the one that was basically close to a mother to Geralt. Resurrect a non-gold unit, so she's a healer. Makes sense because she is a healer. Vest, Blue Stripes. Play Blue Stripes Commando from your deck whenever a new gold card appears on your side. Nice. Yeah, nice shot of the cleavage there as well, CD Projekt. Of course, they couldn't resist. I feel CD Projekt is just trolling people when it comes to vests and their cleavage, because there were so many forum discussions on that issue, and CD Projekt is like, Yeah, whatever. We don't give a fuck. Here, enjoy the discussion. CDPR. Pavetta, mage, destroy the weakest non-gold units twice in a row. That could be useful. Pavetta, obviously, Emir's wife, Ciri's mother. Elder blood flows through her veins. Odrin, move to a random row on your side at the start of your turn and add 1 strength to all non-gold units on the row. That's kind of powerful, actually. Morale boost from Odrin. Nice. Towler, place 1 card in your hand with one card randomly drawn from your deck. That, you know, if you get cards that you have no real use for and you want to replace them, or you stick with a card, you don't change it at the beginning of the game because you think maybe this will be useful later on, but then decide to change it. Yeah, Towler is useful for that. Sheila the Town Surveil, remove from strength from an opposing non-gold unit. Obviously, that's incredibly powerful. She is silver, however, so she cannot be replicated. Margarita Lowenthal. Whenever a new gold card appears on your side, spawn a Banard Adept, which is a level strength 2 card. So that gold playstyle seems to be the go-to playstyle for Northern Realms. Like, there's just too many cards with that gold ability to just ignore. I think it's going to be the go-to playstyle. Draw 1 card face up and 1 card face down. Keep 1. Return the other to your deck. That's interesting. Okay, so those are the silver. Let's go for the gold. Shani, resurrect a non-gold unit and convert it to gold. Makes sense. So again, that gold playstyle. John Natalis, add 3 strength each to 3 friendly non-gold units. It's gonna be, you know, there is a non-gold playstyle in there, obviously, and then there is a gold playstyle. Yeah, I think that convert all gold units to silver, add 1 strength to this unit. For each unit converted, that can make this a very powerful card, and by the way, it's obviously a gold card. Bloody Baron, spawn a Botchling or a Lubberkin. So Botchling is a level 4 card to keep on the battlefield at the end of the round. Resurrect a non-gold unit. So I guess you choose what you spawn. Lubberkin. Okay. Philip Eilhart said the strength of all other units on the road to... I guess if you want to use a Scorch, I don't see the value. Oh, loyal, disloyal, so you can hit your own side, but you can hit the enemy side. No, that's powerful. Finally, Vernon Roach. Remove 5 strength from any opposing unit. Of course, yeah, that is useful. Roach, the sniper. Okay, so that's the Northern Realms deck. It's clear looking at all these cards that the playstyle that they want you to have is focused around gold cards. It really is. So let's play a game. Now, obviously, that does require you getting your hands on a lot of cards. Until then, what works for them is juggling between, you know, early on, between the Blue Stripe Scouts, the medics, all that stuff. You shall die, worm.
Crush those vermin!
I'll go with Johnny, and I think that this is good. Only 2? Interesting.
I'm itching for that battle.
Nice try.
Long live, etc., etc.
Let's see what he does in response to this. I can buff them, obviously.
My studies are more important than this.
Onward! Attack!
Ah, I see you've thought about this.
Obviously, I'll use that to buff Toller himself.
Bloody non-humans.
I'll use the medic.
Any last words?
You must sweat like a swine in that jacket.
I either win or I lose.
There is no escape.
Well, I am playing games here.
Damn it.
Equality. Deal with that one, baby. I can only hope that one of those cards that he has is a weather card. He has a choice. You can lose here. This is fucking insane, man.
Do I look like a smudger to you?
Alright. Final hope. I would have been really curious to see what he had at the last card. So that's the Northern Realms deck. Okay, so thoughts on Northern Realms? Yeah, they're very much dedicated to gold decks. They can also use a lot of their abilities, you know, with Chile, with the Trebuchets, with the Ballistas. They've got those abilities which can really win a war of attrition, which kind of makes sense actually for the North, because the North did win against Nilfgaard through basically attrition. They grounded Dwell, took bug bites at them and eventually beat them, so that makes perfect sense. So you got Ballistas, you got Trebuchet, you got Chile, and that all works together. So I think those are playstyles that are perfectly viable, and obviously they're not exclusive to each other. Like, you can go with a lot of gold cards, and you can go with Ballistas and Trebuchets and Chile. Costin signing out.